Talk with Mo. I just had like this thought go through my head. Actually, like, subscribe, share, comment. Also, check out www.cblifestyleapparel.com. Right, like, subscribe, share, comment to the Real Talk with Mo. Also, the Lil Mo podcast, where you only get the real. So check us out. I just had this like real. I was thinking when I was driving my electric car up the street. I was thinking like, man, what's crazy is like the way that they going after Elon Musk, right? You got like Elizabeth Warren, you got other people, because he made a lot of money off, doing something great, right? It was something amazing. So I'm thinking about it more and more, man. Like, what's the name brought us he didn't bring us like cars, but he brought us mass production of like the Model T, like Fords, right? Of like cars that we can use. Henry Ford, and he was like, that was that was something that set the world in a different path, right? It changed the whole world. Then I'm looking at Elon Musk. I'm like, damn. First he gave us like PayPal, right? This one guy, right? First he gave us PayPal, right? Which I think PayPal probably was like the start of like digital, like, changes in banking and stuff, right? For me, that's the first one I remember. PayPal was like, I couldn't understand it. Like, you could pay with PayPal, you could do this. PayPal was accepted in places, like you could put money on there. It was weird. It was weird. It was one of those. Became a major network throughout the world. PayPal, right? And it's like, man, like he started that. Like he was part of that. That was a game changer, like, around the world. PayPal started like all this. I would say most of this digital payment, and then even to the currency, that having outside the box thinking, where it became a major thing. I could be wrong, right? But I'm just thinking, like, I remember PayPal becoming big, and it was like, man, like, it was just it was just something that came, and it was like, you didn't even know really what it did. I didn't know. And then, I know people had PayPal and they paid through PayPal, and people would ask you for PayPal, right? It was almost like a Cash App thing at one time. Now they have much more, but he brought us that, right, first. Then the second thing he brought us was Tesla, right? He took the money from there, from, how the story goes. He said he took the money from PayPal, put it into Tesla, right? Everybody couldn't believe electric cars would be ever be made, right? They were not possible. It was like one of those dreams of like, oh, we're gonna have electric cars one day, right? And this was early 2000s, a dream of it. Like, it's never gonna be mass produced, right? That's what I'm pretty sure. I've said it before. Plenty of people have said it. Like, can't happen, right? Then he brought us mass production of electric cars, right? To the point where, you know, there's a lot of them out there. Even the rental car places are renting Teslas now, right? And they had to put charging stations in some of these places like Wawa and some of these gas stations and stuff, because there's so many of them, right? And they're important. And it's like he brought us that, changed the world, right? Pretty much like changed the world with Tesla, right? The other companies try to follow the path or whatever, but even the biggest companies, the biggest car companies, they can't even match what Tesla's doing, which is amazing. Then he tried like a solar city thing, right? He tried to do like solar, to get us solar power and this and that, roof tiles, right? All this amazing stuff that people want, like, especially, the people that are going after him the most are people on the left, which would be like liberals, and they're the ones that want like to end global warming and want, clean energy and all this. And he's going down this path, creating all these things, right? That are I don't know about PayPal, because I think they said digital currency is kind of adding to global warming, right? But we'll get past that. So, solar city, right? And then he started with SpaceX, right? Which I don't know if that has to do anything with the global, but it's like we're able to go back into space. Like, we're able to send ships and satellites and stuff back into space, right? Like, we didn't have the capacity, or like the will, or the wolf. I don't know. We didn't have the juice to go do it again, and he's doing it again, right? But they're asking him to use his rockets, right? And he just pushed, and he got us to go. When we're back into space, we're thinking about going to Mars and stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just amazing, man. Like, if you really think about what this guy's doing, then, through that, then on the side, which I don't know what is under. I don't know what his boring company is under. Now he's talking about tunnels under the ground, right? To eliminate traffic problems, right? And, you know what I mean? And then I'm pretty sure you can't even drive a car down there. You're gonna have to drive. It's only gonna be for electrical cars probably because you're gonna have fumes and all sorts of things. So electric cars will probably be the best only thing to go down in the tunnels at that time. There might be an electric car like HOV lane, right? And it's like then that would get more people to buy a Tesla because not everybody don't want to do that. Everybody don't want to get ahead. They got to make the tunnel bigger. But it's like then he's boring tunnels underneath everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but that's his thought, his process, which I think will eventually become true. He's boring tunnels, right, to places. I mean, underneath our ground and stuff. And it's like these are just amazing things, man. And then you know what I mean, like he's just doing all these things, and then the people are still going after him, and they don't expect him to be like the richest person in the world, right? And none of this stuff that he's doing is kind of like superficial to me, for the most part, because all of it is helping other people out, really, right? It's just helping people. It's helping the world, man. When you really think about it, like, man, everything that he's probably done has helped the world, except for PayPal could have been, it could be seen either way, but like Solar City, Tesla, right? SpaceX, right? Those are things that SpaceX too could be probably considered because they whatever. But the other things he's doing are changing the world, literally changing the world, right? Changing the way we look at things, changing the world, making it something that we can see. And it's like when you see those type of things, man, you're like, man. And then then they go after Elon Musk with like such veracity, and it's like this guy is a major figure. Like he is a century type of figure. He's like a Henry Ford. He's like the Carnegies, when with the railroads, and he's like I got damn now I'm not even forget the other guy's name, the bad Rockefellers. He's like the Rockefellers, right? At the time, he's changing the world, man. So you got to give this man his flowers. You got to make sure this man is appreciated, man, because it's just some amazing things that he's doing, I think, and I think we don't praise him enough, right? We kind of find ways to push him, man. That's the society we're in nowadays. Everybody wants to like push on somebody, so show everybody's faults and everything, but he's not a perfect person, right? But the things that he's doing is amazing, life changing, world changing things. Just think about it. Um, this one, it just piqued my mind. I was riding my electric car. I started thinking about him, like, man, this guy is an amazing guy. So I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully, it makes you think a little more.